guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how to make a frosted winter peekaboo it's freaking cold outside tumbler. This turned out so super cute. I love it and I can't wait to show y'all, so let's go ahead and dive in and get started. I'm starting off with a 20-ounce skinny straight from Maker Flow Crafts, and I base painted it with white apple barrel acrylic paint. And I did that because it's really cold and windy outside and I wanted nothing to do with that, so I didn't want to go out there and try to spray paint. So I'm just going to cover the entire tumbler in Mod Podge and go in with a really pretty glitter from the Glitter Grind. It is called Getaway, and it's like a really pale chunky blue, and I think it's going to be perfect for this tumbler. And now, since this is a chunky mix, we need to make sure everything is lying down flat. So I am going to very gently wrap my parchment paper around and just kind of rub to make sure that everything is flat. And then I'm going to turn it and do it again. Now, you will lose a little bit of glitter when you're doing this, but not enough to really make a difference or to even be noticeable. So don't panic about that. That's just the excess glitter falling off. Now everything is laying nice and flat. I'm going to spray seal this with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel. Pop it on my turner back here from Bama Cups. I'm going to add 2 coats of epoxy, and then I'll be back for decal day. So after a couple coats of epoxy, I would say it's smooth enough to move on. So I cut out this decal on my silhouette. I got it from Creative Fabrica. It had a little snowman and snowflakes and stuff around it, but I really just wanted the words. So after I cut it out on my silhouette, I just kind of removed that. But I'm just going to apply this to the tumbler. Now, I chose a color of vinyl that I don't mind to waste because I am going to be removing it during the peekaboo process. I'm not doing a full peekaboo where I'm going to cover up all of this gorgeous glitter. I'm just going to do it over the decal. But it is insanely windy today. I don't know what kind of storm front is coming in, but it is wild. Like, I'm talking debris all over the road. Like, it's insane out there. So I cannot spray paint, but I can use acrylic paint. So it's going to be a little different, but I think I can make it work. So I like to stand my tumbler straight up, get eye level with it, and apply my decal like so. Start at the middle, work my way outwards to help reduce wrinkles and air bubbles. And then, of course, gently remove the transfer tape. Now I'm just going to go through and really push down on everything to make sure there's no gaps that paint can get into. So now this is where it's going to get a little different. So I found these sponges at my local Family Dollar, and I just grabbed one that had kind of like the flattest bottom that I could work with. So I'm going to take some apple barrel acrylic paint, put some out here on a piece of paper, and I'm going to dab this acrylic paint over the decal. So originally, of course, I would have just kind of like spritzed some spray paint over it, gave it like that little bleached area look. But since there's like a constant tornado outside, it seems like right now, I don't want to spray paint in my shed. So that's why I'm reverting to this. So I want a nice coverage, so I might do a couple of coats, letting each coat dry in between. But I'm kind of trying to like get the edges to fade out to look like a bleach spot as if I were to spray paint it. So I think I'm going to be able to get it to work. I'm just going to let this first coat dry, and then I'm going to do another coat over it so it doesn't look so transparent. Okay, this seems pretty dry, so I'm going to very gently, very gently, because this is acrylic paint, take my weeding pick and remove all of that vinyl. And I'm hoping it's going to look good underneath. Alright, so that looks pretty cool. Now let's go in and add the minor touches that I think is really going to pull this together. Okay, quick story time to tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. I went to the store the other day, and as I was walking in the store, they had the big containers of ice sitting outside, and it said ice, and on the word ice there was like snow that looked like it was just forming around the word. And I just looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, I could definitely do something like that with a tumbler. So that's where I got this idea. And then I was looking on Creative Fabrica, found this decal, thought it was perfect, and here we are. So what I'm going to do is zoom you in a little bit so you can really see what I'm doing here. I'm going to take this really thin paintbrush and some Mod Podge and this glitter called Atlantis. I wanted to use a fine glitter for this. I didn't want it to be chunky, and I still wanted it to be like that pale blue, but I wanted it to stand out just a little bit without being too like neon electric blue. So what I'm going to do is take very thin amounts of this Mod Podge and kind of just like dab it around parts of the letters of just the word cold, and I want it to look like it's kind of like fallen and formed around the letter. So I'm only putting the Mod Podge on like certain parts, and I'm kind of letting it like build up and come down. So there's that little bit, and I'm going to sprinkle this glitter on so you can get an idea of how it's going to look. That would have looked really pretty if you were able to see it. So even though I didn't want to use like a really bright blue, I think I'm going to have to. So let me actually try this with a blue called Pool Party, also from the glitter grind. So let me just repeat that step, but use this glitter and see what happens. Alright, that looks a lot better. So I'm going to keep that up around the word cold until each letter has some quote-unquote ice and snow forming around it. Alright, so I'm going to add a little something to it. This is Snowfall from the glitter grind, just a really gorgeous holographic silver snowflake shaped glitter. I'm going to put some out here, and I'm going to, I guess, strategically place them. I'm going to just take that same little paintbrush, add some globs of Mod Podge here and there, and place a snowflake just to cover up some bare space and add a little something else to the tumbler. Alright, that is super cute. I'm going to let everything dry and then spray seal the entire tumbler with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel. I'm going to pop it on my turner back here from Bama Cups, add 2 coats of epoxy, and I'll come back to show y'all the finished result. Okay, but look how stinking cute this is. I absolutely absolutely love this so much. I'm obsessed with those little snowflakes. I think they are so stinking pretty and they just add like a little extra cutesy to the tumbler. But this is done and I love it so, so much, and I hope you guys like it too. And before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day, and today's quote is, "Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it." That's all I have for y'all today. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you love the tumbler, and I hope you have the best day ever. So if y'all have any questions, like always, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!